It's outlaw country, and you're riding with the outlaw.
Okay, I'm about to burn somebody's ass up. It's been long overdue.
I'm talking about a figure of speech.
The whole legal system has gone completely perverted. I don't know about other cases. I don't know about other people outside of what I'm particularly dealing in. But I've made numerous references to this over the past year and a half. Honestly, the last 4 years. It always used to be presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law, backed by the Constitution. And I guess the Chancery Court of Lafayette County, Judge Robert Whitwell, that doesn't apply to. At least for me, it's a presumption of guilt until 100% of your innocence is proven. And with that comes taking away the right to even see my daughter over and over again. The evidence proves that this court in particular has been the biggest pivoting wedge for Lafayette County. And now I realize this is truly where my fight is. It's child exploitation. It's child trafficking through the Chancery Court of Lafayette County.
And then for disclosure from CPS, and then for this is technically our first time. I was COVID on the first program, and we continued it until today is there. The Tribune has filed responses and settlement that haven't been noticed because today before the court. But we do have those things filed by Ms. Crowley.
Your Honor, I have, in the motions that I filed, the petitions that I filed, I've got multiple recordings with Department of Child Services stating that, the child even admitted that there was never any abuse administered by my wife, by my spouse, that they would never suggest keeping the child away from the parent. That itself poses a liability issue. The defense or the petitioner right here knows that it has to be by court order and not to take it on themselves to forcefully remove the parent from the child's life. Since January, I've gone without my child per the visitation order. I've paid child support every month. $600 a month. In fact, it's grossly out of proportion. It hurts my family of four with where it currently sits. And we were actually at Le Bonheur Hospital tending to our newborn child, which was ailing from a pretty rare illness, when we had the 6-year-old, the minor child, down to see her newborn sibling. It was then that I dropped her off with her mother. Her mother asserted the claim that she made to Department of Child Services that my wife had hit my child, which she would never do. Child Services investigated the claim. They closed it out as unfounded.
Object at this point. I think we're getting into testimony, and that's exactly what we're trying to get this case to a point.
Your Honor.
It says Mr. Reardon is unrepresented. I think there are lines. We also most certainly understand that pressure.
Your Honor, all I'm asking for is for the visitation schedule to be adhered to. I've paid my child support. Child Services has admitted that it was closed out, unfounded.
You represent yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, you tell this stuff that CPS has done, and CPS has said this and all that. That's not admissible in court. It's
Yes, sir.
hearsay. It's your responsibility. If you want CPS to be here, you have to subpoena them. You have to bring their records up here. I have to review those records and see what they say, I can't take your word for it. That's not the way we play ball in court. And that's why it's difficult for a person to represent themselves, because they don't have business on the rules. So, I can't allow you just to wrap off all these things and get, to where we want to be.
Understood, Your Honor.
You can have a hearing when you take the stand and properly testify and have your witnesses testify, what you want to testify to, you can have them testify. But it doesn't seem to me that you're ready, because you don't have CPS here.
Your Honor, what grounds do they have to keep the child away from me when I've abided by? I know there was a previous case here in Chancery Court.
That's why we need to have a hearing. That's why we need to have a hearing. We need to file something, and you think you can test the court before you.
I have, Your Honor.
Well, then we'll have a hearing on that, and you'll have to, you don't have to bring witnesses up here. Tell me that all these things she's filing against you are unsustainable.
But Your Honor, that's me having to prove my innocence, where in the court of law I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
You have to prove that she's at fault, not you.
They've continuously lied, filed false police reports. Her client just got charged with filing a false report for rape, victimized me completely.
That Mr. Reardon is going to testify to in court.
I've got the report.
We're here on our motion to appoint guardian ad litem. And this case obviously needs some discovery in what this is called. Turner, I do want to add in that I have a restraining order personally for my family and against Mr. Reardon. And I would ask the court instruct him to only email me or contact me regarding violence against him. He did email me this
Objection.
and said it was a beautiful day for a trial.
Objection. You don't have a restraining order. You injected your own hearsay restraining order into your client's paperwork. You never got an actual restraining order filed at this court.
You can cite him for contempt if you have one. All right, this matter is not ready for trial today. I just found out Friday that I'll have back surgery on this. And I'm gonna be out 3 to 4 weeks. So this matter's not gonna get heard until after the first of the year.
So I can't see my child till the first of the year, Your Honor. I'm over my head in child support right now.
Is there any way to have some supervised visitation?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no justice in this.
The allegations were actually took place in Mr. Reardon's home.
No, they didn't. Lies.
My client doesn't have any problem with supervised visitation as long as the wife who is the alleged perpetrator isn't present.
Unbelievable. Where's the justice in this?
Do you want business trial?
I do, Your Honor, but I never deserved any of this. I've had nothing but lies by her and her client since my child was born. They've been unsubstantiated, nothing but...
I haven't heard any of that. That's what we're doing.
I've got the reports.
You're gonna have a trial, and you don't have your paperwork together. If we proceed today, you're gonna lose because I'm gonna not allow all of this testimony you're talking about. You've gotta prove your case. And I'm trying to help you here rather than hurt you. So, that's my last say to you about it. This matter's gonna be continued. I'm gonna, who you want to be, the guardian ad litem?
And I think that's Lori.
Your Honor, I can't afford it.
Well, if you ask for it, you'll have to pay for it.
Sure, Your Honor, I understand.
You'll have to pay for it. You don't have to afford it.
What about the child support being probably 3 times? That was agreed to 4 years ago. My income has been...
Again, you gotta file a petition to modify the child support this year, and you gotta bring a petition up here and put on proof.
Your Honor, I asked about that the last hearing date. You said this could be
You asked me,
addressed today.
I said we'll take it up and review the case. And you're not gonna hit it, yeah, I found out, you're not ready.
Days from
What did you say?
Lori out, she's here, so. That's
I was
exactly.
thinking someone didn't do it. We get another date in January sometime to hear this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rick, get your paperwork together. Get records properly. From CPS, you have to have an order from me authorizing them to turn over the records. So, again, you're trying to represent yourself and you don't know how to do that properly. Are you gonna get some records? Are you asking for the records?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll go ahead and get, because I do have
We'll
a
prepare the order, get the records, we'll be able to review them in my office. Both of it, we don't turn those records over, you come to my office and we let you know, you let us know where you are, so we can get in touch with you. When we get the records, you'll be able to review the records. But you need to subpoena whoever the witness is, supposed to say it's unsubstantiated. You gotta get them up here. You can't just come up and say, here's the records. You gotta bring them up here and testify. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me know the date. Mark, fill it out to me. Now, wait, let me finish up. What about the visitation? Who's the supervisor?
just to get some numbers and places to we're gonna try and come back to 41.
Y'all talk about that and get back to us where we're going to do it.
Yes, Your Honor.
See if we can find out.
While you're in trial,
No.
because you ain't supposed to leave on the list and so.
Like, I don't know why they're, did they see me with a recorder? Did they see? They're just talking off the top of their head. They know this is bullshit. They know it's unfair. They know they're, quite frankly, going against the Constitution. They've shredded it. I'm looked at, I don't get due process. I don't get due process in this
I
fucking
didn't
county.
ask you all that, I just asked you who you have to.
No. Tell her to hurry the hell up. God's my own judge, definitely. I answer to no man. It's bullshit. It's kidnapping. It's freaking organized crime. Ray Tannehill, Frisky McCoy.
Come on, you can come on in.
set?
Go back around.
Yes, sir.
He said,
Wes Gilmore, Elizabeth Reardon, Amanda Wells, Trish Burke, and Michelle Burke.
Elizabeth Reardon? You do realize my mother lives in Georgia, correct?
I just, this is a list proposed after the holidays.
No.
Whatever.
I don't have family, thanks to you. Thanks to your client. Thanks to Lafayette County.
And if you could just. What we would propose is Saturday from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock and Sunday from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock over the weekend until further order in court. We have January 28th as a proposed day for resetting.
where would be, exercise visitation?
Totally. I have to remember what he wants to do, this is on this last one.
Can you show one report? I mean, the burden of proof has got to be on them, Your Honor. They can't just make silly, frivolous claims like that without having any type of proof to back it up. This is slander, it's libel, it's defamation, and she knows it. It is, Your Honor, the Constitution. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I took an oath, a lifelong oath, to uphold and defend the Constitution. And this is not the way court procedure is supposed to work, where you have to prove your innocence. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. Where did the courts go sideways?
Mr. Reed, you know my last nerve. I told you that I'm not gonna hear your case until we're done hearing.
Your Honor, is there another judge? If you're having surgery, this is involving my daughter that's been kidnapped from me since January.
I'm having surgery, but I'm gonna be back.
At the beginning of the year, Your Honor, but I have pressing matters that need to get addressed before then. Child support, my family of 4 is getting killed because they're taking half the residual income that I have coming in. My economic opportunity in this city and county are destroyed, and I'm having to meet time deadlines, filings for Supreme Court to appeal my circuit court matter, which was all a witch hunt to begin with. It's like my hands are tied, and I feel like this county is doing their best to try to literally just push me over the cliff. They're not giving me the opportunity to support my family the way that I need to and be the father that I need to for my kids.
Rick, I'm gonna tell you one more time. If you want visitation, you can have supervised visitation every other weekend that she's set it out, 9 to 5, 9 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. You'll get to see your child. That's what you've been complaining to me, that you had.
But where did I deserve supervised?
What?
Where once did I deserve supervised visitation and not regular parental visitation?
You have a hearing to determine if these allegations are substantiated, that's what we want to do.
But there is already court matters that have been ruled upon by Judge Alderson that said that they have no right to come in without a judge's order and withhold visitation. There's prior court matters that have already been adjudged in this very court, Your Honor.
Again, if she's wrong and you've got the proper paperwork, she may be in trouble.
Until
we have a hearing.
There's pending circuit court matters against Mona Pittman, against her client.
I don't care what they say.
This is all retaliation.
Giving you what you asked. Now,
That's for fair.
your client, report.
Yes, Your Honor.
not gonna suspend the child support this time.
Can we cut it down at least?
I don't know what your financial status is.
I got $1,200 a month in residual coming in. She takes $600 off the top. When we did the agreement, I had about $6,000 a month in residual coming in 4 years ago. See my bank account, see my deposits.
All right, see what I'm gonna do. Temporarily, we'll use the 400. I'll give them a break for that. Then when we come back, we'll be back to 600. I don't know if he's right or wrong.
I haven't lied to this court once, you know.
Whatever. But I'm telling you, Mr. Reardon, you better have your case put together when we come back.
I haven't lied one time to the courts.
I'm not asking you to put your lie down. I'm telling you to have your documents ready, your financials ready, your pay stubs, your bank accounts, your 805 financial statement, whatever you're required to do, as a lawyer would do, that's what you're going to have to do. And I'm not going to tell you again, you come in here empty-handed with your hand, you're not going to get any relief.
Your Honor, I've got filings, I've got motions, I've got...
Hello, you have reached the office of Judge Robert Whitwell, Samantha Weathersby's staff attorney. We are unable to take your call at the moment. Please leave your name, number, and a detailed message, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a good day.
Hi, this is Matt Reardon. I guess I called over here just a little bit too late. I need to get an emergency hearing or something before this court. Like ASAP pronto in regards to this treatment that I'm getting with this court. It's been completely one-sided. They have not produced the first strand of evidence to suggest that they've got a valid, legitimate claim. In fact, I've asserted every time that it's false, and I've got recordings out there with Department of Child Services asserting that she's lying through her teeth and that she needs to be held in contempt. But the court wants to continue favoring her side, allowing her attorney to draft up an order and then to sign off on the order without a signature from me. I am the counterparty here. So something like that, I naturally would think the other side would consult as far as agreeing or not agreeing. Because right now, this is just a complete biased mess. And I'm sorry, my rights have been just trodden on and destroyed for the last 3 years at the malicious hands of Phyllis Crowder. And something's got to be done about it. This cannot be allowed to stand. Please give me a call back, 662-812-1613. 662-812-1613.
There's something really badly wrong with the judicial system right now. I don't know what the hell happened. 2021. I'm going to give you some facts, okay? If you look at my wall, I just posted 2 definitions. One of them on child exploitation and one of them on child trafficking. You can call me what you want to call me. I'm here to tell you I'm not QAnon. Facebook or Twitter, whatever bullshit platform decided they wanted to falsely labeled me with that about a year ago to get me kicked off of all social media. Wrong. If I didn't have all the legal cases going on right now that I have, I would find out exactly who was behind it, and I would bury their ass in a lawsuit for defamation. I'm here to give you the facts. For 4 years, I've made these claims, and I've substantiated with evidence there's been a manipulation stunt going on where my now 7-year-old daughter has been pulled to the middle of Chancery Court, manipulating other ongoing legal proceedings. I started looking into the definition of child exploitation and child trafficking. And that is 100% what I'm going to put the blaming finger on the Chancery Court of Lafayette County, on Liz Crowder, on Mona Pittman, the attorneys that have given a helping hand, have come in, have made the most untrue of accusations. It's actually very offensive. After 4 years' time, when these things are made over and over and over again, and you can't dispute the facts of them, either they need to be investigated and actually truly looked into, or there needs to be some damn perjury proceedings commenced. And I've said over and over again, I sure as hell wish the FBI or the U.S. Attorney's Office would charge me with lying to the FBI if they truly think that I was guilty of the staged crime in 2017, because the fact of the matter is this: I couldn't truly be guilty of the state of Mississippi's sham charge without being guilty of lying to the FBI. I couldn't. Wouldn't happen. I couldn't have told them one thing and actually been guilty of what the state accused me of. They think it's ludicrous that I'm asking for an indictment. I think it's common sense, because I've demanded a trial. The evidence deserves a trial, and nobody wants to give it to. If the local government, Lafayette County in the state of Mississippi, was your average citizen, they would have been thrown under the jailhouse by now for obstruction to justice, evidence tampering, for perjury. So here's the definitions, okay? Got to looking at them real close. There is a striking resemblance. You've got the definition of child exploitation. Child exploitation refers to the use of children for someone else's advantage, gratification, or profit, often resulting in unjust, cruel, and harmful treatment of the child. These activities are to the detriment of the child's physical or mental health, education, morale, or social, emotional development. It covers situations of manipulation, misabuse, abuse, victimization, oppression, or ill treatment. Then you have the trafficking of children. Trafficking of children is a form of human trafficking defined by the United Nations as recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, and/or receipt kidnapping of a child for the purpose of slavery, forced labor, and the key word exploitation. Children may also be trafficked for the purpose of adoption. We live in a country of laws. I've heard it said by judges. I've said it. They need to apply the law equally, just ways. Laws are applied based on the definition of the law. My daughter has been in the middle of sham after sham. Chancery Court proceedings that have been proven to be false, misguided, untrue, defaming, libelous, slanders, and perjuries. And how that's not used to manipulate other ongoing legal matters. The reason why my daughter was once again yanked away in complete contempt of the judge's order by Lewis Crowder, and why this set of false proceedings was initiated by her, was because I'm in the Court of Appeals right now, and they know, her and her attorneys know, if I reverse this in the Court of Appeals, criminal guilt just by the wazoo falls on them. And they're trying to keep their ass out of the sling. They're manipulating the legal system. I'll tell you another thing. I found out something very, very shocking and disturbing involving the Chancery Court of Lafayette County. I'm going to elaborate on that later.
We only have one official record, that's the record of the court. This first case we have is 2016-422, Matthew Oliver Reardon versus Phyllis Marie Crowder. You represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Evans, you represent Ms. Crowder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any preliminary matters?
No, Your Honor, we're here on a petition for modification, citation for contempt, and other relief that I filed on behalf of my client, Liz Crowder. Mr. Reardon has been properly served, and we're properly before the court on that matter.
You filed the same thing?
Yes, Your Honor. I did not get her served prior to the 7 days. However, I did serve them with a answer and a counterclaim, which honestly incorporates my petition into it.
Well, unfortunately, under Rule 81D2, that anybody that's served with a petition for citation for contempt is allowed 7 days notice by personal service, not by mail or by some other means delivered to Ms. Benton. That is not sufficient service. So you do not have process on Ms. Crowder for your petition.
Yes, Your Honor. But I was saying my petition's still open. I haven't gotten her properly served on my petition yet. I did file an answer to their petition with a counterclaim attached to the answer.
Counterclaim go forward. It's a counterclaim for contempt.
It's a counterclaim on the whole ordeal, not just contempt.
Still got that 7-day process. So you're not prepared to go forward on your counterclaim.
I'm prepared to go forward on the merits of this case today, Your Honor.
The merits of this case is going to be Ms. Reardon's, Ms. Crowder's petition.
That's perfectly fine.
If they want to proceed now, what the court would suggest is that if you want to continue your case so you can have time to serve her, we can continue Ms. Crowder's case and put it all on one day.
Your Honor.
Proceed on her count against you today, then we'll just proceed on her count.
I would like to proceed on her count against me today because once again, my daughter's been ripped away since the end of May. This has got to be stopped. I mean, she cannot have the right to overrule your order and take it on herself. This is something serious and needs to be addressed.
What's your position on that?
Your Honor, as part of the petition for modification, we've requested a nail bed testing for drugs and alcohol for Mr. Reardon. As the minor child is involved and Mr. Reardon was arrested and bruised for possession of paraphernalia, we would request prior to our going forward on this matter that he be tested and it be court ordered and supplied to the court.
Your Honor, there are no open charges in Bruce. There was simply a family disturbance that everything was retired. There's nothing open, and all of that
honestly stemmed from the affiant here withholding visitation of the child on Father's Day weekend. But nothing's open in Bruce. Nothing's currently open. What's that, Your Honor? No, Your Honor. There's nothing open.
Your Honor, I don't believe that was an answer to your question. The question was he charged? The answer is yes, he was charged. I have a copy of the abstract. If Mr. Reardon is correct, it has been retired to the file, pending the fact that he doesn't get into any more trouble, whether domestic or otherwise, in Bruce. And Mr. Reardon has been arrested for DUI this year. Your Honor, we're just requesting for the safety and in the best interest of the minor child that he be tested, and then we can go forward. I think we all know that those test results could be back in 7 to 10 days, and we can go forward at that time once we have those results. But on the last time that we were in court, and Lori Solinger was appointed the guardian ad litem, she requested of Mr. Reardon to have drug testing done repeatedly, and he refused to have it done. He refused to let her come out to his home. Your Honor, that doesn't do anything but confirm the suspicions that he's used.
Objection. Your Honor, this is nothing more than just speculation. This is them trying to intrude into other currently open court matters. And to be honest with you, Your Honor, I have a Fourth and a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. They're trying to intrude where they have no business being. Nothing was involved with the kid.
Well, what about the fact that you requested to do the drug test and it done?
Your Honor, once again, there was an open matter that's currently in Justice Court. I'm of the standing that I have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination when there's currently open legal matters. They're intruding into a currently open court.
We're talking about what's going on in this court.
Yes, Your Honor, but there's been nothing that's gone on involving the child. The child has been ripped away from me the majority of the time.
That's what's going on now. You talk about with the child because you've been charged with drug paraphernalia.
You're
just been retired to the file, handing you good behavior.
Yes, Your Honor, but my car has also been open. The window's been knocked out. There's no security as far as locking my vehicle up. So the paraphernalia charge that came from that arrest, for one, there was never consent to even do a search, and for two, the vehicle was already compromised on security. Miss Crowder has falsely accused me of rape. She's falsely accused me of molestation. Who's to say that Miss Crowder didn't plant the paraphernalia?
You got any proof of that?
That's the problem, Your Honor. I have no security to lock my car. But twice now, she's falsely accused. The last time that we were in court, she had asserted for 13 months the Department of Child Services had advised her to keep the child from me. That was proven based on the DHS records.
You entered an order on that last hearing, standing that matter.
But she,
going back behind that order.
Your Honor, when she went in contempt of the order, though, she nullified it. Effectively, she never abided by any terms of the order.
You get process on it, we get a hearing on that, we'll discuss it. Till you do, we're not going to discuss it. Based on the history of this case, I'm going to require you to have a nail bed drug test, and we'll reset this case. You get process on her, and we'll reset it.
I'm going to appeal that, Your Honor.
What?
I'm going to notice the court of my intention to appeal.
Well, you got a right to appeal. You figured that out. I'm going to order, and I hope you abide by my order. That'll be my order. I'll order that he have to take a drug test immediately within the next few days.
And Your Honor, Pending the results of that nail bed test, is visitation suspended?
Has he been here to visit?
I have not had it since May, Your Honor. She kept the child from me on Father's Day weekend, which is... Don't shake your head.
I'll tell you what you do, Mr. Greer. You get the nail bed test, you pass it, and your visitation be reinstated.
I never deserved to have it taken away in the first place. This is complete manipulation.
To at least 6 or 7 days.
How does this court even justify allowing her to go in contempt of a judge's order to begin with? What gives her the right to overrule your signed order, Your Honor?
You didn't follow the rules. If you didn't follow the rules, you don't have...
How? She didn't follow the rules in the first place.
You'll have your day in court, Mr. Greer.
This is going on for 4 years. Enough is enough.
It can't go on for 4 years. You let him do the same thing last time he settled the case. I ain't even had a hearing on this. So we're going to have a hearing on it. But you get processed. And you'll be treated like anybody else. Just like anybody else that comes through this court. You'll get justice just like anybody else. So you obey my order or be in violation of whatever. If you got an order, form order for drug test.
I do not, ma'am. Do you have one here? We can get one. I'll get one from Jennifer. Leave it for you to sign.
I think you go somewhere like Fast Pace or the Mountain Ranges. Very reasonable.
I don't have the extra money. This is complete manipulation in my ongoing Court of Appeals appeal.
Yes, Your Honor. My client will pay for the nail bed
You
test.
pay for the test.
I understand that, but like I said, Your Honor, I'm noticing the court of my intention to appeal. In fact, interlocutory appeal.
You follow the rules if you want to take some type of appeal.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the problem. You follow the rules of the service of process. You give me a notice of appeal by further. So we'll go with that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll reset the case. As soon as you get to that lead test, we'll reset it. Have a hearing. Where do you want to do the test?
I'm filing an appeal with the Supreme Court, Your Honor.
What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? Fight against that? No! We will run! And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
Turning once again, this time more generally to the question of invasion. I would observe that there's never been a period in all these long centuries of which an absolute guarantee against invasion, still less against serious raids, could have been given to our people. In the days of Napoleon, the same wind which would have carried his transports across the channel might have driven away the blockading fleet. There was always the chance, and it is that chance which has excited and befooled the imaginations of many continental tyrants. Many are the tales that are told. We are assured that novel methods will be adopted, and when we see the originality of malice, the ingenuity of aggression, which our enemy displays, we may certainly prepare ourselves for every kind of novel stratagem and every kind of brutal and treacherous maneuver. I think that no idea is so outlandish that it should not be considered and viewed with a searching, but at the same time, I hope with a steady eye. We must never forget the solid assurances of sea power and those which belong to air power, if it can be locally exercised. I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, nothing is neglected. If the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once again able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace and tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone.
At any rate,
That is what we are going to try to do.
that is the resolve of government.
Every man of them.
That is the will of the Parliament
That is the will of the people.
and the nation.
Our home.
The British Empire and the French
The
Republic,
United States of America, too.
linked together in their cause and in their need,
Will defend to the death,
their native soil
aiding each other like good comrades.
to the utmost of their strength, even though large tracts of Europe,
Many old and famous states have fallen or may fall into the grip of Gestapo,
and all the odious apparatus,
of Nazi rule,
we shall not flag.
or fail.
We shall go on to the end.
We shall fight in France.
We shall fight on the seas and oceans,
We shall fight with growing
and
confidence.
growing strength in the air.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
We shall fight on the
We shall
beaches.
fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as crazy, we see genius. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.